Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Dark Mist Education here, and today I'm going to teach you how to create quite realistic muzzle flare, muzzle flash, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm going to be using not Action Essentials. I'm just going to be looking on Google for, like muzzle flare. So if you want to, because I know Action Essentials from Video Copilot, you may not have heard of it, I'll put a link in the description, but it's a really good tool. You get some really cool stock footage. I have some stuff here, I'll just show you. It gives you some cool sound effects as well, but there's only like a couple. Explosions, car bomb. I have the 720 pixel version. As you can see, that's pretty awesome. And then, so yeah, if you're looking to do some cool explosions, something like that, you want to probably check that out. Or you can just there's another website. What was it called? I don't know, but it's all free. If you search like explosion keyed out stock footage or something like that, you'll get something cool. Okay, so first of all, before we start our comp, let's find our footage. Okay, so you want to have something where you have some sort of gun. I remember when I didn't have anything that looked like a gun. Well, I did, but it looked awful. I just used my hands. It was actually going to be quite a cool video idea. Don't steal that. Mine. Copyright. Okay, so let me show you an example of something you probably don't want to do to make it look... This will make it look unrealistic. As you can see, I bring my hand like all the way up. That's gonna look retarded. I've done that mistake before and it just looks stupid. Like it's a bazooka pistol. You don't want to do that. And then there's this. You don't really want to do this. You may think it looks cool. You don't want to do that. Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's not explosive. Now this is when you want to get like barely moving your hand because it's not really. So your hand just slightly moves. So you could just about tell that I've shot it without the sound. Okay, so let's create our comp. New composition. Muzzle flash tutorial. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so let's import our footage. It's just going to be our raw footage. I'm lazy, I don't convert my files. Okay, let's find... Okay. Just go. And then it ends up there. Let's just give us some space. Okay. So we have this. This is okay. You can do whatever you want. Do some color correcting, whatever. You probably want to do that afterwards so you can see what the muzzle flash looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna open up Google Chrome. I'm gonna have tabs open. I will not show you what those are. No, close it before. Oh no! Oh thank God. Okay. I don't like blowing out stuff. Okay, so let's simply go on images. And now, just search muzzle flash. And you might be able to find, yeah, this is that's like a pistol. Okay. So what you simply want to do is save as. Because you can't, I'm pretty sure you can't copy and paste into After Effects. Because it doesn't directly store it. Okay. see all my stuff there, unless I blur it out. This is an annoying, I think it's a bit of a glitch of Google Chrome. I'm not sure, but it's like a tiny file and then it just, for ages, is on starting. After it's downloaded it. Okay, so we have that. You just drag it over into there, or you can right click, import. Now you just drag this over here. Now you're thinking, oh, that's not really good because it has a black background, you know. Now there's a couple of ways you can fix this. My method is kind of not a good idea. You can like mess around with these, you know, and put it on screen, and that will get you a great result. Like if you have a black background, then you can, you know, spin it around, make sure. But if you I don't know, if you want to do, not sure why you'd want to do something else, but something called color key on the spot there. You can just drag that over here and get this little selector thing and put it on that. Now you're going to see, this is going to be a lot harder, but you just up the tolerance, maybe feather it once or twice, put tolerance max. So that looks okay. But I'm going to keep with screen because that's, I wasn't planning to do that originally, but I was like, oh yeah, screen. Okay. So first of all, you can see it's too big, so let's just scale it down a bit to make it easier to work with. Okay, so scroll along there. It's sort of hard to tell when I shoot, so what we can do is just look at by double pressing L, look at it looks like if I there. Okay, so let's position this. Okay, so we need to rotate it by pressing R, then type 180, so it's complete rotation. And then that looks okay-ish, but not brilliant. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in. Mouse wheel. Yeah. Okay, so we need to scale this down a bit more. Let's say 40, because they're really movies. In all of them, almost every shot you'll see a muzzle flash, and that's not true. If you see someone shooting a gun, rarely they'll have a muzzle flare. I think you can get sort of ammo that deliberately does that or something. But why you'd want to do that, unless you were obviously filming in front of a green screen, I'm not sure, because it would just give away your position. It's like loads of flashes, or it could just blind the enemy. Couldn't see anything. I'm just randomly talking. Okay, so you have this, and you kind of think, oh, it's okay. I don't know what you're thinking, but that's probably what you're thinking. It looks okay-ish. I mean, if you can mess around with the opacity and stuff, but normally it'll be okay at 100. So we've got that, but now if you look at all guns, they have a bit of smoke. Now, this by itself is okay if you kind of want. It gives it a homemade look because it's not got any detail on it. It's just got a muzzle flash. So I'm going to quickly search for some smoke if I can find any, and I'm going to stop the. I'm going to speed up the video and see if I can find some. I haven't done this before. I'm just going to try smoke. Smoke stock footage. Oh, YouTube. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, God. Okay, guys. I found a YouTube video. I'm not sure if it's actually F1 Junior. Okay. I have a plugin for Google Chrome that lets me download YouTube videos, just in case I want to download YouTube videos. So I'm gonna download this. I can't really see. Destination Films. That's a good place to go. Wait, actually, there might be some good smoke here. That's what I was going to say, but I couldn't remember it. Although it is a bit, as you can see, it looks a bit unprofessional. Okay, so I downloaded a low quality version. Unfortunately, that'll be okay because it's going to be quite small. So you want to drag your smoke. It might not be that, but I have no idea if it's copyright or not. So hopefully not. So you can see it has a black background. So it's we want to change that to screen. It should work. Okay. So now it has some smoke. We can see it looks quite realistic. Okay. So we want to position this. So as you can see, it's quite slow. It's a bit too slow. So let's go right click on time, and then time stretch. And I don't know, let's put it to 60% of it. And you probably want the smoke to keep in the same place because it's smoke. And then depending on how long it is, depends on how long. I don't know. I don't really know if gun smoke stays there. It probably does, but I'm just going to have it a bit quicker. 50%. Yeah, and that looks. So let's preview this. That's around preview, by the way. Okay. So let's watch this. Now, that looks okay, but now it's missing something. There's missing two things: one, sound, and two, like light fall off. So if you shot that, it's quite a dark room. Stuff would be lit up. So let's go in and create layer. Actually, I'm just gonna give me some, just so I can see easier. Okay, layer, new, solid. Now you want something around the orangey, yellow kind of stuff nearest dish. Nearish this. So something like that. And then if we want to change it, we can not change it. Okay. So it's covering our whole thing. So now what we want to do is just, so we can still get to see what it looks like, put the opacity down to about 40. So you can well, you can see it tints everything. So you want to select your yellow solid, rename it. I'll just rename it. Right click, rename. Light. I'm not sure if it's called fall off, but light fall off. I think it's called that. So we want to get a mask tool after clicking on that, after selecting it. And we want to select all the areas that would roughly be covered by our little glare. So it doesn't have to be that accurate because we want that area. Maybe a little bit here. I don't know. Then that looks quite okay. Just, you might want to drag this out of it. Select a normal select tool. So now you want to double tap M, and then put the feathering to about so look 30. As you can see, that looks like it's kind of fallen off. If you put this on full, you can see it looks quite cool. You can put this, because this is a lot smaller, to 5. Something like that. That looks a little bit dodgy. I'm just going to change this a bit. So there's a bit of... There you go. Actually, I'm gonna go and delete that second mask. Select a mask, delete it. So that a lot of refining. But you can mess about with it. I'll skip to the video till when I've done all the thingy. Okay, guys, so I'm done. So now we've got this, and it looks just a tad unrealistic. So what we want to do is just go and change that to add. Now look, that'll help it a little bit because just helps it. So now it looks a bit like it's actually sitting on the object. And now, so one thing I did is because I'm creating multiple masks, I changed the opacity because it's further away. So let's see this first one. You can see I can change the opacity if I turn mask. Show the mask off. I can change it and make it see what looks more realistic. So you might want to go and mess with these. There you go. That looks okay. And then for this one. And then this one. There you go. That looks really quite realistic. And so I'm not sure what, but it still looks a little bit unrealistic. So I'm gonna go create some more masks, but just thought I'd tell you, if it looks really bright or too unrealistic, just mess with the opacity. You get it right eventually. Okay, so I'm done. I've kind of exaggerated the light a little bit because it's quite dark. Now, if it was pitch black, you'd probably just want to. I'd say you might want to take a picture of the place in day, and then kind of mask around that. Give it a bit of a glow, and put it on add. Change the opacity slightly, and then that should be okay, but because mine's obviously it's not completely pitch black, it's kind of dark, it's the morning, clock's just been set back, woke up in the morning. Oh, I have 2 clocks, and then I just looked at one, and it was like 7 o'clock, and then I was like, oh, and I looked at the other, it was 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh. I got my iPod, I was like, oh, which one? Yeah, I didn't like it. Okay. So now we have that, we want to trim these clips so they actually fit properly. So will that work just for one, but if you... So that looks quite cool. Okay. Actually, you probably want it to be 2 frames long, so you kind of get to see it properly. It's quite hard to see it. Okay. Yeah, it looks... Don't know if it glitched out a bit, but yeah, that's okay. And then for this one, you probably just want to reduce the opacity just a bit. There. Oh, I know why it looks retarded. I don't know why I trimmed that smoke. That's stupid of me. Okay. Okay, so that's okay-ish. I messed up a tiny bit on the light fall off, but you can... I'm not good. I haven't really done light fall off that much before. I don't feel it's that necessary, but you might want to do it to get quite a realistic effect. If it's quite dark, but just learn from my mistakes. I'm not that good. Okay, so I'm not gonna. It's so easy to find sound effects, but I'm just gonna go and find a gun sound effect from VO Copilot. This is from the Action Essentials, but it's because these are all the sound effects that come with it. There's a few that can go with the thing. Small gun. Let's have a look at that. That's okay. Maybe if we can. Let's just have a look at some other. So I have this. Yeah, I think I'll go with the other one. And yeah, I don't know. They're both realistic, but this one sounds a bit more like a pistol. Okay, so just double tap L to make sure it starts on there. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so you might want to drag this full, because obviously sound travels. Yeah, that was quite good. Okay, I'm just gonna mute this track and see what it sounds like. Oh, enter. That looked quite good. Okay, so if you wanted to do it with Action Essentials, delete all this stuff. Or yeah. Wait. Delete all this stuff, not the light fall off. Okay, so then you want to grab your Action Essentials stuff, videos, special effects, Action Essentials. Where is it? There we go. So you want to kind of scroll through these to find out which one best suits you. Be more organised. So, okay. That would be okay for now. Okay, so let's import that. That's not really a pistol thing, but oh well, it'll do for now. 180. I can't be able to flip it. Okay, scale it down a bit. And so you wanna with these, so apparently they're slotting. Sorry. So short. They're slightly slowed down. They're shot in like 30 frames a second or something. Just so if you really want it slow. So you can barely even. You have to look, don't you? That looks fine, doesn't it? As you can see, the dust isn't as clear, but you can still see. So that concludes our tutorial for today, and bye bye. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.